Muito bom dia, sejam bem-vindos à sessão de encerramento do Crypto Summer. Ao fim de 3 meses, em que 12 jovens estiveram connosco aqui na nova Information Management School a pensarem como nós poderíamos construir um futuro diferente na gestão dos resíduos sólidos urbanos, chegamos aqui ao momento final desta Escola de Verão, que foi financiada pelo programa Verão Consciência da FCT e da Direção-Geral de Ensino Superior, mas inserida num projeto mais vasto, num projeto mais amplo, que é o Bit-Waste Crypto. Nós vamos ter connosco o Paulo Fernandes da Compta, que é o líder do consórcio deste projeto, e que é financiado pelo programa CMU Portugal. Temos o prazer de ter connosco o diretor deste programa, o professor Nunes, que irá também fazer uma intervenção mais adiante de recepção à nossa sessão de encerramento e de apresentação dos resultados. Eu dou de imediato a palavra ao professor Pedro Saraiva, diretor da Escola, e que irá falar e irá fazer agora uma breve intervenção. Senhor.
Não, mas disseram que este texto funciona, certo? Ou é preciso? Ok. Ora, muito bom dia a todos e a todas. É um prazer estar nesta sessão depois de 3 meses que espero que tenham sido um desafio. A ideia era essa. Eu estive cá no arranque e agora venho ver como estão diferentes, para melhor, espero eu, e ver a que tipo de soluções conseguiram chegar. E, portanto, estarei na sessão até a agenda me permitir. E acho que é muito de sublinhar que há grandes projetos que têm outra vocação principal, de investigação, de apoio às empresas, como aquele que nós temos o privilégio de ter aqui a decorrer dentro do CMU Portugal, também têm, eu diria, quase a obrigação de promover iniciativas deste tipo. Escolas de verão, desafios para jovens, porque se calhar isso é o que também ajuda mais tarde a que haja outros projetos com alguma dimensão e com parceiros estratégicos e, portanto, pela minha parte, como diretor da nova EMS, estou muito feliz pelo Miguel Neto também ter conseguido pôr de pé mais esta iniciativa. Parabéns, e também ao seu Hugo Analytics Lab, que é sempre incansável com a diversidade de atividades com que nos vai brindando. Uma palavra também de apreço aos nossos parceiros, sem os quais isto não teria sido possível, e, portanto, a Compta, naturalmente, como líder do consórcio. E em 3 meses muito muda também a estrutura acionista da Compta, não é? Portanto, este mundo muda para todos nós e é um ritmo vertiginoso. Naturalmente, eu CMU Portugal, eu já não havia o Nunes há uns quantos tempos. A última vez que nos encontramos foi na região autónoma da Madeira, agora tenho muito prazer em vê-lo aqui a liderar o programa CMU Portugal. O IST e o Three Drivers, portanto, foi este conjunto de entidades que achou que fazia sentido, durante o verão, e num verão atípico, mostrar como os dados podem ajudar-nos a resolver grandes problemas das sociedades contemporâneas, neste caso com foco nos resíduos sólidos urbanos, mas seguramente que há de haver lugar no futuro para outros desafios, e nós adoramos que haja pessoas de dentro e de fora da nova EMS que venham trabalhar dentro deste espírito, porque se aprende imenso também nestes contextos. Não se aprende apenas nas salas de aula, mas aprende-se muito e, se calhar, de uma forma diferente e porventura até mais eficaz em alguns casos, quando o contexto é um bocadinho menos formal e estamos todos a trabalhar com entusiasmo em torno de um problema concreto. Acho que foi isto que esta Summer School vos proporcionou e, portanto, para nós é um prazer ter-vos aqui. Temos a certeza que alguns vão continuar a ter relações connosco para o futuro, outros não necessariamente, mas, portanto, esta casa, independentemente de tudo mais, será sempre vossa, uma vez que já aqui estiveram uma primeira vez, agora podem vir uma segunda e uma terceira, e, portanto, hoje é um dia muito especial para vocês. É para mim, diretor da nova EMS, também um dia muito grato ver como 3 meses depois estou ansioso por ver as vossas magníficas soluções. E reforçar também para nós, na nova EMS, tem sido um prazer ter a escola envolvida em projetos CMU Portugal, MIT Portugal. Eram coisas que a mim me diziam muito pessoalmente quando iniciei funções aqui, até por me ter doutorado no MIT. Portanto, ver o Miguel cheio de garra a conseguir chegar a estes campeonatos, eu diria que é muito gratificante e, portanto, para perceberem que este projeto se enquadra numa coisa um bocadinho mais ampla, que é o Compta lidera e que tem o envolvimento institucional do CMU Portugal. E, portanto, estes projetos são projetos que acho que marcam muito o presente e o futuro da escola. Portanto, muito obrigado e cá estou para vos ouvir. Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Eu passava a palavra ao Nuno Nunes, até porque já referi a Compta como líder, mas este projeto, como muito bem disse o nosso diretor, é um projeto que envolve várias instituições, envolve o Instituto Superior Técnico, envolve a 3 Drivers e, obviamente, Carnegie Mellon University está connosco. Vamos também ter uma intervenção ao longo da manhã, diretamente dos Estados Unidos, com o Scott Matthews. Se faz favor.
Muito obrigado, Miguel. Bom dia a todos. É também com grande prazer que estou aqui a representar o programa Carnegie Mellon de Portugal e a felicitar o Miguel Neto e todos os envolvidos, a Compta também, por terem conseguido desenvolver esta atividade numa altura muito desafiante. Nós, no verão, tínhamos lançado este desafio para que se desenvolvessem algumas atividades de verão. Esta foi uma das atividades que foi promovida no âmbito do programa e fico muito satisfeito por isso ter acontecido e também vou tentar estar aqui o mais possível para conseguir ver alguns dos resultados que vocês vão apresentar. É uma área que me é querida. Nós acabamos de ganhar um grande projeto como investigador no técnico sobre precisamente blockchain e aplicações de blockchain para social good e, portanto, tenho muito interesse em acompanhar aquilo que fizeram e tenho muito gosto em estar aqui nesta escola, que é mais uma escola que se junta ao programa e ver que as empresas estão envolvidas não só naquilo que lhes indiretamente lhes diz respeito, mas também neste esforço mais vasto que há aquele de dar oportunidades a jovens para que possam ingressar. E relembrar-vos que há candidaturas abertas para fazer doutoramentos, se tiverem interesse nisso, até dezembro, e, portanto, lançar-vos mais esse desafio. E, portanto, parabéns, Miguel, e obrigado a todos.
Muito obrigado. Aproveitar da Covid-19, estamos também em streaming através de Zoom e do Facebook. Portanto, cumprimento também quem nos acompanha à distância, nomeadamente os nossos parceiros, porque face à passagem ao estado de calamidade em que nós estamos, nós solicitámos que apenas estivessem presentes connosco fisicamente quem tivesse intervenção direta na sessão. Dito isto, agradecia ao painel de abertura deste evento e iríamos agora ter uma intervenção de Paulo Fernandes, da Compta, que vai falar-nos um pouco, que vai enquadrar um pouco o que é o trabalho que está a ser feito no projeto mais vasto onde esta escola se insere. Paulo, está aí com o microfone.
Então, eu vou ficar de pé, que é mais fácil. Antes de mais, bom dia. Queria agradecer também aqui à Nova MS esta oportunidade de criar esta escola. Eu relembro-me, tentar falar aqui um bocadinho só do que aconteceu e depois tentar dar o princípio da primeira aula que eu tive aqui para vocês, só para vocês recordarem, para perceberem a evolução que fizerem, que para vocês hoje aquilo já é corriqueiro e eventualmente lá para casa. Este projeto começou por um desafio que foi lançado na altura até por um ministro, tivemos eu mais o Miguel e o Paulo, por exemplo, para lançar este projeto. Criámos esta escola este curso de verão em 3 dias ou 4, né? As candidaturas, vocês lembram-se todos quando se candidataram, tiveram prazos de 2 dias para se inscreverem, para selecionarem, e ao fim de 8 dias estavam aqui. Portanto, foi assim uma mudança nos vossos dias, dia a dia, que foi muito interessante. Pronto. Fazendo só aqui uma apresentaçãozinha, se isto quiser, não quer, passas aí, ele não quer, isso. Só falar 30 segundos do que é a Conte. A Conte é uma empresa hoje com 48 anos de mercado. Temos muitas áreas de atividade, temos muitos produtos, temos muitas pessoas a trabalhar. Trabalhamos hoje em Portugal, no Brasil, Angola e vários países da Europa. E, acima de tudo, desenvolvemos e criamos soluções na área de IoT. E é isto onde nós queremos estar. Okay? Só para perceberem um bocadinho o que nós fazemos, a nossa área é muito abrangente, tocamos em muitos pontos, temos plataformas que desenvolvemos em muitos verticais e, acima de tudo, tentamos ligar este mundo de IoT, estas coisas novas, as comunicações, tudo o que tem a ver com software, e criar soluções verticais com muitos parceiros. Temos muitas soluções já desenvolvidas com a nova IMS, mas temos com a IBM, temos com a Schneider, temos com imensos parceiros e que tentamos criar de alguma forma esta panóplia de soluções. Se conseguires avançar. Só para ter uma ideia, neste mundo de IoT, hoje em dia já temos mais de 300 mil sensores conectados, portanto estamos a receber instantaneamente, em todo momento, mais de 300 mil sensores. Temos mais de 1.700 pontos locais que estamos a monitorizar de uma forma ou de outra. E estamos a receber, para terem uma ideia, 350 mil novos dados a cada minuto. É muito dado para processar, é muito dado para tratar. Temos muita informação. Isto para o Data Analytics, já falámos aqui hoje, é fundamental ter esta informação toda. Ok? Bom. Só para ter uma ideia onde nós estamos hoje em dia e para perceberem porque é isto. Estamos na detecção de incêndios, temos soluções hoje para a detecção de incêndios, com muitas coisas montadas já em Portugal, mas acima de tudo no Brasil. Fazemos a detecção precoce dos incêndios, a previsão, mapas de risco, saber para onde é que o incêndio vai propagar. E, de alguma forma, tudo o que tenha a ver com o estudo e a evolução dos incêndios. Energy, estamos a falar de áreas de otimização energética, ambiente, como melhorar, como medir, como saber o que está acontecendo nos edifícios. A área dos resíduos. A área dos resíduos é uma das nossas áreas mais queridas e o âmbito deste projeto que nós trabalhamos há muitos anos e fazemos isto da A a Z. Portanto, nós hoje temos soluções em todas as áreas do ambiente, da área dos resíduos. Na área do B2Green, estamos a falar de espaços verdes, muito ligado às cidades, mas também todos os grandes espaços verdes, onde gerir, economizar água, gerir a água, saber o que está a acontecer cada instante, otimizar mais uma vez o ambiente. Iluminação pública. A iluminação pública hoje é um dos locais onde os municípios gastam muita energia. Portanto, é preciso gerir, é preciso monitorizar, é preciso melhorar a qualidade de vida nas cidades. E na parte de edição nos portos marítimos, são portos marítimos. Porquê portos marítimos? Porque, se vocês repararem, os portos marítimos, a grande parte deles estão no centro das cidades, por motivos históricos. E é preciso gerir a cidade. Se é preciso gerir a cidade, também é preciso gerir os portos, é preciso gerir todo o tráfego que entra e o tráfego que sai. Se vocês olharem para Lisboa, o Porto de Lisboa está no centro da cidade. Mas se olharem as cidades todas do mundo, os outros portos todos do mundo, têm lá os portos no mesmo sítio, e é preciso gerir, é preciso monitorizar, é preciso saber o que está a acontecer, mais uma vez também na área do ambiente. Vou agora só aqui um bocadinho do waste. Eu tinha 15 minutos, portanto estou a falar muito rápido, mas tem a ver com isso. Pronto. Vou tentar só falar aqui um bocadinho, e vocês vão recordar, porque já falámos disto aqui, quem está lá em casa, só para perceber a evolução que estamos aqui a fazer. Portanto, B2Waste é uma das nossas áreas mais queridas, que nos lançou este projeto. Para perceberem aqui, há uns anos atrás, há 7, 8 anos, nós andávamos a instalar, limitávamos a instalar sensores nos caminhões, saber onde é que os caminhões andavam, gerir as nossas frotas, monitorizar, ler os GPS. Portanto, há 10 anos os GPS eram uma coisa ainda relativamente novidade. pelo menos do ponto de vista da operação, na área empresarial, era isto que nós andávamos a fazer e continua-se ainda a fazer, mas hoje em dia era aquilo que se fazia muito na altura. Bom, passado uns anos, achámos que era preciso começar a monitorizar mais do que isso e passámos a monitorizar também os contentores. Okay? Passámos a saber o que é que cada contentor estava a fazer, onde é que ele estava a fazer, onde é que ele estava, começar a perceber o que se passava na contentorização. Portanto, e passámos a gerir os contentores e gerir os veículos. Okay? Mas era preciso começar a juntar isto e começar a tomar decisões mais realísticas. As próprias organizações foram mudando e foram querer percebendo que eu posso otimizar os meus recursos, quer do lado dos caminhões, quer do lado dos contentores. Eles estão aqui, nós falámos disso, e quem está lá fora também sabe. O Covid alterou as movimentações das pessoas. As pessoas passaram, em vez de ir para o escritório, passaram a estar em casa, quer dizer que passaram a fazer resíduo noutro sítio. Passaram a fazer resíduo noutro sítio, era preciso tomar decisões, quais no dia a seguir. Ok, olha, agora deixa de recolher aqui, passa a recolher aqui. Em Lisboa, só para ter de exemplo, a Baixa, a quantidade de resíduo que a Baixa passou a produzir, não tem nada a ver agora com o que era antes do Covid. Portanto, estamos nos olivais ou nas zonas mais residenciais. Os resíduos passaram daqui, da Baixa, ou do Almirante Reis, para uma rua qualquer nos olivais. Portanto, é preciso mover os contentores, é preciso movimentar os caminhões, é preciso criar novos circuitos, novas rotas. Portanto, e começámos a usar, bastante mais recente, componentes daí para poder tomar estas decisões e ajudar a operacionalização disto. Pronto. Mais recentemente, começámos a ligar também as pessoas a isto. Portanto, e vocês veem, já temos os contentores, já temos os caminhões, já conseguimos juntar estas coisas. Agora é preciso começar a juntar as pessoas, porque as pessoas vivem em cidades. Se vivem em cidades, é preciso juntá-las, é preciso trazê-las para dentro do projeto e é preciso que as pessoas se preocupassem a preocupar com os resíduos. E foi de alguma forma isto que nós tentámos fazer, é começar a ligar também as pessoas a isto. Portanto, como é que se liga as pessoas a isto? Tipicamente, está muito na moda com as apps, com os telemóveis, começar a dar informação às pessoas. Bom, mas era preciso fazer mais ainda e começámos a fazer já muito mais recentemente, começar a introduzir as técnicas chamadas técnicas de gaming. Levar as pessoas a ligar e a jogar com os seus próprios resíduos. De alguma forma, começar a trazer, ligar estas coisas todas, ligar os caminhões, os resíduos, as pessoas, as entidades que gerem isto e pôr isto tudo no mundo gaming. Ok? Bom. Ok, e agora, né? Tem o próximo. E o próximo foi aquele desafio que nos levou aqui hoje, ou há 3 meses atrás, que foi, ok, então vamos lá pensar o futuro. Foi o desafio que foi lançado. E agora o que é que eu tenho que fazer mais? Como é que eu vou melhorar a minha coleta de resíduos? Como é que eu vou baixar menos custos? Como é que eu vou aumentar a eficiência? Como é que eu vou fazer mais seletiva? Ok? Bom, foi aí que nós criámos, antes deste curso, criámos o Crypto Waste. Foi uma candidatura, um P2020, com os parceiros 3 Divers, Carmen Gamela, 9IMS e o técnico. Podem ver aqui que uma das coisas que eu vos disse aqui várias vezes, que é extremamente difícil, mas conseguimos neste projeto juntar 2 universidades, 2 das principais universidades em Portugal, neste projeto. Está a correr muito bem. Pronto, e no âmbito disto, quase como primeiro desafio, ou um dos grandes desafios daquele projeto, foi a criação. Podes passar? Foi a criação deste Summer School, em que dizer, ok, vamos aproveitar este verão que estamos todos fechados para pôr aqui, trazer aqui para a escola, em vez de ir para a praia. A maior parte de vós esteve aqui durante o verão, em vez de ir para a praia, devemos ir todos para a praia, criar aqui este desafio e pensar o futuro na área do cripto. Portanto, estou muito feliz, quase comovido em algumas situações, porque correu muito bem. Acho que foi um sucesso, pelo menos do meu ponto de vista. Vocês não fizeram apresentações ainda, mas eu já as vi, pelo menos parte delas. Acho que, acima de tudo, devem estar de parabéns. Como já foi dito aqui, as universidades são para nós vimos cá de vez em quando, ou seja, uma parte deles estão no princípio da vida. Eu já comecei na minha há bastante tempo atrás e de vez em quando volto à universidade ou a ensinar ou a aprender. Acho que temos todos que continuar a aprender. Portanto, obrigado por este desafio e por terem aceito isto. E agora vamos ver a apresentação dos trabalhos, que acho que... Está bem? Vá, obrigado. Está bem, obrigado.
Okay, so now we change to English. This is a summer course. So with the Carnegie Mellon, and the official language of the presentation is English, right? So I believe that everyone is ready. I think we are all very curious about the work that was developed during these last 3 months, because what we are going to see now, it's not just a theoretical presentation, but the two groups that we have here today with us, they have in fact also designed, built, and tested the solutions that they idealized during the process. It was, in fact, quite remarkable what was done here. And I have to tell you that probably some of them are attending this event online, that this also attracted the attention of the sector. So we had people coming here from other universities, from other operators in the value chain of waste management, and also even from international projects that share their learnings and approach to this idea on how can we use the blockchain and cryptocurrency to improve the engagement of citizens in this huge challenge that we face today, because we must change our habits, we must change our behaviors in order to answer the climate emergency, the decarbonization of our society, and the energy transaction. So I will now, are you already very nervous? Okay, so now we will proceed. Thank you very much. So the first group is waste to block. No, sorry.
Bitbean.
The first group is Bitbean, creating coins that help the earth. Please, I take the floor. Welcome.
Acho que esse aqui tá funcionando. Não. Não tá aberto aqui? Mas é porque nós é online. Abre aqui. Abre mais uma. Mais uma.
develop a blockchain network that could help the Earth through a token. So we developed a token, and we have a network and the app, and that possibilitated the users to participate of the system. So that's very interesting because our intention is make the sort efficiency better, because we believe that's the best way to achieve these points, to make a sustainable society. So our goal is to create a solution to help people to sort better the waste and participate of that solution to create a sustainable society. So the users, the citizens, have to be part of the solution to make that happen.
So before we move into the presentation, since you met here at Nova MS, the group,
Yes.
you didn't know each other before the summer course?
No, we never saw each other. And the idea to participate of that summer school, it's because of the blockchain technology. So we never saw each other before. And 3 months ago, we started to work together. Was 1 month of class. And then was like 2 months to development. So it was not a big time. And I think you create a good solution for a short time, I think. I could tell. And it's from most part of us, we just hear about blockchain, but you never really develop a blockchain network. So, and waste management today was another big thing. For me, was the thing that bring me to here, because I'd like to implement a technology that really could make a difference in the world. So waste management is a very interesting thing, but none of us have worked with that before. So was like a challenge, a big challenge.
Yes, of course.
Yes, please.
What is the background of the students? Are you from Novi? Yes, are you from
From all over the country and the world.
So my question was, I was curious about knowing about your backgrounds. Are you from computer science? Are you from Novi MES? Are you from
Okay.
Portugal?
Well, I am an electrotechnical engineer. It's my background. I am a master in science information. And now I am a student, a PhD student at FCT. So I'm doing research in technology assessment. And that's a combination between engineering and society. It's because of that that's interesting for me, because it's a technology using to do a better society for all of us. That's my background. The others, 4 of us, Larissa, comes from business and market management. She is doing the graduation. And Francisco comes from the informatica engineer and in the graduation too. And Rafael also, it's electrotechnical informatica engineer and is graduating. And Diogo is the only one that's doing the master. He's already finished the graduation. And he's doing his master in informatica engineer. So you have a multidisciplinary team. That's our background. The other team has a background, different backgrounds too. So the idea of the summer school was put together people with different backgrounds to do a multidisciplinary thing, because it's not just to develop a solution, but to develop a solution that really makes the difference in the world. So you need that different backgrounds with a multidisciplinary theme to create a solution in shorter time.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
hosting this moment. So we saved it. Now we are ready to begin. I don't know if it's you
Yeah,
that's
it's
going
fine.
to begin. So
Yes.
please, the floor is yours. So we are going to start with BitBin.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay, we had some technical problems. Good morning, everyone. We are delighted to be here. My name is Larissa,
My name is Deborah.
co-founders of BitBin. We will revolutionize the way people sort urban waste by creating a blockchain and a native token, the eBcoin. Before I explain to you why people will use our solution every single day, I'm going to give you a panorama to understand how concerning poor sorting of waste is. The uncontrolled generation of waste, the lack of proper separation, plus the high use of landfill is a global problem. In 2019, 3 out of 5 kilograms of urban waste were sent to landfills in Portugal. As you can see here, waste utilization rate is very low.
In addition to that, the European Union has agreed some goals. This year, Portugal should recycle 50% of all the packaging and improve even further. Although last year it recycled 41%, an increase of only 1% from the previous year. Another important goal is to reduce from 58% to 10% all waste destined to landfills. Portugal needs an innovative solution to achieve those goals.
Waste management today is complex, inefficient, and expensive. From households to the final destination, most of the waste goes to landfill. The high percentage of unsorted waste also makes the system longer due to the need of adjacent process in an attempt to purify this waste. And the recyclable waste that comes from that has a lower auction price.
The big question is how to improve our waste management in an efficient way. Scientists agree that the best way to achieve that is with citizens' engagement. We believe we can achieve that by rewarding and empowering people. On BitBean, citizens will register themselves in the app and get a package containing plastic bags with code bars. Then they just need to properly sort their waste and put it in the specific container. The screening facility verifies sort efficiency and rewards them with our native token, the EB coin. Can you pass? Thank you. Well, these 4 points here are our differentials. None of the other existing solutions achieve that. We have a token rewarding scheme with 2 redeem options, waste animals or partners. We use gamification to improve engagement. We are developing our own network through a custom fit blockchain which has security, transparency, and immutability. BitBean also has user-centered design.
The BitBean app has a disposal helper to proper sort waste. If municipalities use waste collection softwares as B2 Waste, for example, we can integrate it, allowing users to check the best container to discard and get a bonus. Users will be notified if there is a problem with their bags. And a wallet, where users can check their rewards, redeem it for discounts with partners, or trade it for waste animals. Our waste animals will be inspired by Bordalo's second pieces. We're still in discussion with him, but our goal is to create a market of digital tokens. Users will have the opportunity to collect his art's digital representation as a reward. He's a famous Portuguese artist known for making art from trash all around the world. He criticizes consumer societies and promotes ecological and sustainable life, aligned with the BitBean concept. Here we can see how the system should work. Much simpler, cheaper, less polluting, and circular.
With all screening facilities population using BitBean, we estimate an increase of 258% on energy production and 262% on recyclable waste. Can you pass? Initially, our market size are the 23 screening companies in Portugal, later Europe. There is a huge market where only 18% of waste is reused. We offer 2 packages that the screening facilities can choose between 20% or 35% of its population.
This amount of around 1.3 euros per inhabitant includes the technological solution with the app, the blockchain network, social education activities at the community, and social media marketing.
So, where does that price come from? It comes from the profit generated due to the proper sort of waste. We developed a mathematical method to estimate that for all the screening facilities. The profit will be divided like this: 59% to the screening facility, 26% to BitBean, and 50% to the population.
The community will decide how to use that by voting. It can be through an improvement on a park, a green area, and concert, and so on, which gives them empowerment and engagement beyond the EB coin.
So, you might be thinking, why are we the best team to revolutionize the way people sort waste?
We know the competitive landscape. We try every single solution using blockchain out there. Nothing works. We know how to build a custom blockchain network. We are researchers and developers in that area. With our strong marketing strategy, people feel part of the solution. We trust in this technology to strengthen institutions, people, and democracy. With our CEO has over 15 years of experience in international projects.
Now, we are in the first year of development. In September of next year, the beta version will be released with a 3-month trial. Our first client will be in December. By September of 2022, the third client. In the third year, we will improve the existing clients to Pack 2 and sign a new one for Pack 1. The cost for the first year, it's almost 130K. And for the first quarter of the second year, it's almost 100K. That's the investment we need to develop the blockchain network and the app, implement a 3-month free trial for 18,000 users receiving almost 1 million of free bags. And the first contract already covers all the investment we asked.
We forecast a profit of nearly 1 million with only 4 clients, and there is a lot of potential beyond that. We are an innovative and profitable solution, and we need your help to create currencies that will make a difference in the world. Thank you for your time.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can I start? So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rafael from the Bitbean development team. Now we'll be guiding you through the technical structure of a blockchain and talking a little bit of our work. So, blockchain is one of the most innovative technologies of our time, changing our perception on how we approach topics such as transparency of information, decentralized databases, trust, and consensus. In a blockchain, data is stored following a certain timeline. Information is grouped together in what we visualize as blocks and cryptographically secured using a hash function. Every block needs to be validated by the nodes that secure, preserve, and spread the blockchain data. The network also needs to reach a consensus upon the final state of the chain, having every node get a copy of the next valid block. Consensus is a critical part on every blockchain, used to achieve agreement between all its participants. Bitcoin, for example, implements proof of work that uses electricity for heavy computations in order to find a valid hash. Since Bitcoin, other types of consensus have been idealized to improve scalability, like proof of authority, used in our system. So now you might be asking yourselves, why are we using blockchain? So we aim to make data tamper-proof and transparent, making it audible for all our users. We make use of the power of smart contracts, which are in essence autonomous automated programs, making the system dynamic. And also blockchains offer us security, making sure of the integrity and availability of information. So Bitbean's blockchain is tailored specifically for the requirements we need and the services we provide. We understand that the user's engagement is in the heart of every successful blockchain solution. That's why in our system, both screening facilities and citizens will be able to participate in validating transactions, making sure that the information stored is corruption-free. This will incentivize active participation and collaboration from the citizens. In an early phase of our project, the nodes are going to consist of small electronic devices that are as simple to use as plugging them in. Now I will pass the lead to Diogo. Thank you very much.
When we think about blockchain, when we hear about it, we usually think it has big costs, so development costs, infrastructure, hardware, maintenance, and this is what I usually call the Bitcoin effect. So the Bitcoin effect is when we relate the word blockchain with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. or to big mining farms that require specific and expensive hardware. But this is not the whole reality of blockchain. Actually, this is just a small part of what is blockchain truly. So, talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin in itself, in its core, is only a network protocol, or should I say, a set of rules and behaviors. So it's just a manner of behaving in the network. So Bitcoin has it in a way that it's very difficult and expensive to participate in the consensus, to participate in the whole network. And we thought ourselves, what if we can change this? What if we can set up a protocol, a set of rules that do not require a lot of work and difficulty? So our blockchain solution was able to run in a network, this little network we have here, composed by 2 Raspberry Pis. They're available for everyone. These devices are relatively inexpensive. They only cost 40 euros each. They consume about the same energy as an LED light bulb. So even this can run our blockchain. This is everything we want, because in the future we could also turn this into a kind of household node. So something that any person, any citizen can have themselves to participate in our network. And this is aligned with our interests, because we want people to participate. This is not an enterprise solution. This is for everyone to join, so that we can truly create a system where we incorporate citizens in all of the steps. So you might ask us, so if you have a network, if you have 2 nodes running, is it enough? If you have 1 million users, are 2 nodes enough? And we say well, no, because as in centralized solutions, we just scale it up, because if we need more throughput, we have to scale things, increase the amount of computational power, and in our case, it's just adding nodes to the network. So as you can see, it's not that complicated, it's just a matter of scale. So now I'll pass to Francisco for the technical demonstration. Thank you.
team, and along with my colleague Larissa, we're going to show you an early prototype of our application. This is a typical process the user will go through in our app, which is going to work through the use of a personal crypto wallet. Here. Now it's on? Okay. So, beginning again. Good morning, everyone. I'm Francisco from the B2B team, and along with my colleague Larissa, we're going to show you an early prototype of our app. This is a typical process a user will go through in our application, which is going to work through the use of a personal crypto wallet. First, the user is going to be asked if they have a wallet or not. If they do, they'll just go through some verification process. If they do not, they'll go through the process of creating one. Basically, they'll be asked for a password, and then will be shown the private identification of their wallet in the form of a 12-word phrase for the user to better memorize it. After that, they'll just go through some standard account creation procedure, and at the end, we'll be greeted with a friendly message from our colleague Larissa. In our system, it's simple like that. The user just needs to dispose of the bag in the containers. However, if they want to follow their bag, they simply need to read the container's QR code. Here, for example. And here in this bag history, you can see all of the bags that were tracked. Here, for example, this one we just disposed of, so it is still to be collected. However, If we go to the other one, we can see that it was collected and verified already, so we can see some details about the bag and the amount of reward we got back from it. In the home screen, the user is able to check their balances, see previous transactions, and previously redeemed rewards. Also, they can check notifications for when they were rewarded and the amount of the reward. By clicking on the user icon, they are able to check the public key for their wallet. Think of it as a bank account identification, which they can send to their friends or whoever wants to send them EB coins. On the sidebar, the user can also send referrals to friends, check the rankings, the settings, and contact the support team. The rankings are going to be calculated according to sorting efficiency, the type of waste the user disposed of the most, and the amount of waste in the bags. On the top right corner, users can go to notification section where they are notified about new events from partners. Here, for example, the user is notified of a discount when signing up to the Lisbon Marathon. Other notifications are problems with their disposed bags and reminders to keep track of their challenges in the app and reminders to keep using the app. Also, moving on, the users are going to receive limited edition digital waste animals for good use of the system. And here the users can check the full library of the beautiful and limited waste animals that we have. Here we have some information, how limited they are, among some other information. In this other section, we have our disposal helper, which is a system that helps you better dispose of a certain waste. Here, for example, we're typing aluminum foil. You just need to type the material in the search bar, and then you are greeted with a page showing which container to properly dispose of that certain material. Here we have the partners page where we can, the users are shown the discounts which are offered by the possible partners that we're going to have in exchange for EB coins. Here in our beta version, users are going to be able to request bags directly through our app. They simply need to select the bag that they need, and they'll be receive a message thanking them for using the system. We hope you enjoyed and got you excited to hear more about us soon. Now I would like to invite Larissa to thank us for the program. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
In the name of the Bitbean team, we want to thank you this opportunity. We want to thank the companies, our mentors, our partners, our colleagues, and all the Nova staff. It has been an amazing experience. We learned a lot, and we're looking forward to make this project come true. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I think we were all really impressed by the work that you have done during the last 3 months. I think we are going to have some questions, but I don't know if we should have them already for the first group. Maybe it's more interesting. So is there anyone who wants to make any question? Also from people that are attending remotely, if you have any question, you can use the chat to make any comment or any... I don't know if there is any... I have one question. It's not a very difficult question. What was the most challenging thing that you have to face during these last 3 months? Who wants to take the floor?
Definitely, it was learning about how can we materialize, how can we associate this blockchain to the real world, because it's a topic that we don't develop much in the university. So it's something that we have to learn from zero and have to build this thing up to how we have it here right now. Yeah. So it was a long process, very hard, very painful, but we managed it.
You have done it.
Yes.
No, but for me that was the biggest question around the summer school was, in fact, we were just starting the project, the Bit Waste Crypto, and this was like a boost on what can you do, and we have 3 months, let's see what happens. I don't know, Paul, do you have any question for the group, or what do you see, how this can be used?
No, I think the most important here is what are created, because for you the waste are new in the waste, you are new, most of all are new in blockchain and in crypto. I remember the first sessions about crypto waste, about the blockchain, and it's a crazy thing. And what are you today different from when you started 3 months ago? What do you think different? What do you see different in the city, for example?
Come again?
What do you see in the city when you're coming to the city? What are you seeing different in the city?
Well, I think we all of us, we got different perspectives on how we view everything, I guess, especially in the waste management part. And getting a little bit of the question of Miguel, one of the challenges we had was working, especially with the development environment we're using, because everything is so new, it's so innovative, right? There's not a lot about information and support, but we managed, and yeah, I think we just I don't know, integrated this whole experience to us, and we see everything different now, I guess. It's a really cool experience. It was really tough.
Okay, thank you very much. Jan, yes, I will leave you the mic. Oh, okay. Jan, thank you.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions, because like I said, I'm also involved in blockchain research from a human-centered perspective, and because I need to leave, I'm really sorry for the other groups. I will try to catch up later, but I was wondering why did you decide? A couple of questions. Why did you decide to monetize the solution? And I can tell you, I did some research on blockchain and energy. So using blockchain to mediate exchanges of energy in neighborhood. What our research showed is that people were more willing to use the technology because it was a way to connect to the neighbors rather than to get some kind of monetary compensation for it. So I think the idea is very interesting, but don't put too much on the monetization of the idea, because that's not what drives people. It's not getting 1 or 2 euros discount somewhere that is going to drive someone to put a stamp on a trash block. The second one, which also comes from our experience, did you analyze the energy consumption of your solution? Because I can tell you from our experience, our students did a lot of that. In the end, this was exchange of solar energy among the neighborhood, and the energy that was consumed by the blockchain solution was higher than the energy that was generated by the solar panels. And this kind of generated a lot of new architecture of the solution. So that's quite important, that you say you can scale, yeah, blockchain scales, but is it a technology of a crypto coin that consumes more energy than Portugal, something that we really need right now as a humanity? Probably not. But anyway, great idea. I think you can push it forward, and hope all of you a lot of success.
Thank you very much. Nunes, Director from SMU Portugal. Jan Scott, you have also a question. Jan was is our team leader researcher in our project, and he's been working with the summer school for the last 3 months. So please, Jan.
Thanks very much for the presentation, guys. Congratulations. It's obviously been great work, and you've come a long way in the last 3 months. So I think you've learned a lot about blockchain, and you've seen these advantages, and you see it applied to this project. How do you think you can communicate that to the people that would be using this solution, that there will be advantages associated?
So while you answered the first part of the questions about monetizing, and the other, I think Diogo can answer about energy. About monetizing, we trust in that too. So the question is, the participation of the people, it's the biggest thing We believe in that too. And it's because of that we have partner options to change for discounts in stores or partners. But the most important thing is because you have the waste animals. So it's a gamification thing to improve engagement of the people. So the idea is to make people feel part of the solution. And we know that we can generate a profit due to the proper sort of waste. So we believe it's fair to put that in the community. If you can generate a profit, the people could be able to receive part of that profit. And it's because of that, in our solution, we put 50% to the community, to the population, so they can choose by voting what they want to do in their community. Could be a green area, could be a concert. But if we generated a profit from the proper sorting of waste, why not give to the people the power to use that? I think it's not fair. If you have a profit, it's just to the screening facility if the people are doing the proper sorting. So the idea is have that in the community so they could see that the green area that's in their neighborhood was because he was part of a bigger solution. It's beyond eBcoin, it's the participation of the people. So it's because of that we put the gamification. And we have a lot of artists that share our idea to make a sustainable community. So the idea to develop a digital representation of any artist, it's great because they can be part too. It's a real thing that exists in a real world, and we exist in a digital world, and that will make the difference in nowadays in our community. So the biggest thing is not monetize, but make the people part of the solution. So it's like, there is a profit, yes. Why that will go only to the screening facility if it was me doing the proper sort of waste? The people have to receive that back. So it's like awards to recompense the proper sort of waste. I think that it's what democracy aims. So in the transaction, it's able. Anyone could check what happened. What happened with my bag? Nowadays, that's not possible. So if I did a good work, why can I not receive for that? I think it's fair. I think it's democracy. I think it's what a blockchain aims. It's to make everything open, auditable, and mutable. So no one could change that. It's tamper-proof. So I think that's the beautiful thing about blockchain. And put it in a real world to do a waste management better, it's even beautiful. I think it's that idea. And about energy, I think Joe can talk. Thank you.
So about energy and answering the question on Zoom, I might answer that as well. The high costs of, for example, running Bitcoin, as I was saying, is actually the energy. So that type of blockchain requires the nodes to do a lot of computations, and they require lots of energy. Our blockchain, because we don't want that kind of energy consumption, we decided to change the consensus and improve it, so that participating in the network is actually like a real democratic process. So everyone has its chance, its probability to be a validator on the network, so that everyone takes turns to check it, and they don't have to compete using energy to participate in the network as Bitcoin uses. So in that way, we reduce a lot of the costs of running a network, that being the energy costs. And because it's also not a computational heavy blockchain, we can run it in relatively inexpensive computing machines, like, for example, a Raspberry.
My question was about communicating the benefits of blockchain to the users. How do you think you go about that?
Okay, about communicated to the users, they are doing the difference and things like that. Well, I think the heart of the blockchain solution is the that people can participate. If people not participate, there is no big thing. So to make people feel part of the solution is because it's because about that we put gamification. We created the EB coin so you can change for discounts, and they can see an improvement on the city with a green area or concert and thing like that. So that you feel part of the solution. And it's because of that we understand that the people is the biggest thing here. They need to be part of that. And it's because of that our solution is user-centered designer. So you go to the community, we go to the schools. The idea is make the people feel part of the solution. It's because in our solution have a social, educational, we go to the people. So it's like people doing a solution to the people because we are part of the community too. That is the idea, is a user-centered design solution.
Thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you very much, B2Bin. Congratulations. So let's now move to the next presentation. Now we have with us Waste2Block. Who is taking the lead to make the presentation? Just a few minutes to change.
Estamos a partilhar o ecrã no Zoom?
Not yet.
So, when Benz invented the first car, do you know what people said? A minute. So, when Benz invented the first car, do you know what people said? Why do you need cars if there's no roads to drive them? Having a horse is much better, right? When Thomas Edison started to disseminate the use of electricity throughout every United States household, do you know what people said? That's impossible. We need to have wires in every house. Do you know how much that will cost? And of course, nowadays, with the global warming and plastic on the oceans, everybody understands how that's an important issue and that we need to tackle that. However, everybody fails to provide concrete solutions. Everybody fails to provide the right infrastructure to build a solution. No matter the cost of it, what matters is a transparent waste management system. And that's when we have Waste2Block, a blockchain solution to incentivize recycling. The main problems in Portugal are the low trust on this system, a low recycling rates, and the European Union is demanding almost for us to double it, and of course the lack of price discrimination. So what you pay for your waste nowadays is an estimate and not the real tax that you should be paying. So the solution will be a scalable win-as-you-throw reward system using blockchain that citizens throughout a mobile application can receive waste bags at their home, track their waste bags, and be directly rewarded for their recycling behaviors using gamification schemes. Everything will be in a very transparent way on blockchain, from when it's deposited to when it's selling, in a manner that nobody needs to trust anybody. To tackle this, we are going to use Hyperledger Fabric. Hyperledger Fabric is an open source network used by several companies like Amazon, IBM, and basically allows you to build private blockchains. We are going to use this because it's the cheapest blockchain solution if we compare to other kind of technology and blockchain solutions. Also, it's very scalable and adaptable. So throughout our project, if we need to adapt and change, it's very simple to do it basically. And most important, we already done it. So our blockchain is ready to be implemented and have real impact results. So the blockchain market, it's a very hot topic, right? It's estimated to reach 3 to 5 trillion by 2023,
And also, the global waste management is growing at 5.5% per year, which means that in the same project, we can get on both of these amazing markets. So, how do we make money? Basically, we are thinking about building a SaaS model. So basically, we will charge an annual fee that will include the software development and maintenance of the blockchain network, the hardware, which includes the RFID readers and RFID bags and the servers, a reward system, because we believe that we are the ones who should be entitled of creating meaningful rewards for users. And of course, since we are going to have all this new data on blockchain, we believe we should use that data in order to improve internal processes and feed the smart cities ecosystems. Our clients will be screening companies and city councils. Screening companies because they'll have more trash with more quality, which means they will reduce the cost of in screening, and of course city councils because they only pay for the unsorted waste. Our competitors are pay-as-you-throw systems, so systems that you only pay for the trash you produce, so if you recycle you don't pay for it. Also the landfill business, because in Portugal it's very cheap just to dig a hole and put every trash there. And waste sorting like Escola did, which is basically projects that in many different ways try to reward directly the users for their good recycling behaviors. So, you heard about our idea. I know you are there, Voltor Sul, Cascais Ambiente, Trato Lixo, Lipor. You love our idea, and now you're asking, sure, how can I help you guys? And it's actually quite simple, because we are looking for partners like you that can give us the opportunity to put our research and knowledge into practice. We are looking for 150,000 euros that will include more than 2,000 hours of development and will allow us to build a pilot for 10,000 people for 6 months. Also, we need more 3 months in development in order to finish the integration of our blockchain network and mobile application. With this, we hope we can achieve more recycling, not only with more quality, but also more quantity. And we hope to estimate 20% less waste on the differentiated waste, and of course, save millions from the municipalities in their cost of the waste treatment systems. And the best part is that you don't even need to have the mobile application in order to be part of this ecosystem. How? It's quite simple, because if you receive your bags at home and you recycle, even if you don't have the app, you will take these rewards and give to charity foundations. Therefore, even if you don't install the app, you are part of this ecosystem. Our roadmap, as I say, is by January 21 have our MVP built and ready to implement pilot projects, by 2022 scale our project to general population, 2023 to other districts of Portugal, and from there started to escalate to other countries of the European Union. How can you do this? Basically with our amazing team, which is composed by Catarina, Afonso and Joana, who are programmers, Manuel, an engineer, Flip, a data analyst, and me, who have a finance economics background. With the right partners that we have, we'd really like to thank you, Nova MS, Carnegie Mellon and Comta for this opportunity and the skills that they gave us in order to build this project. And with this, we are sure we can achieve this. Thank you for your time. And now, I will invite you to watch our demo that Afonso will explain to you.
É no mesmo PowerPoint. Eu vi?
Não, é no mesmo PowerPoint.
So, good morning everyone. I'm Afonso from the Waste Block team, and I'm going to quickly introduce the technical details of our implementation, and then we're going to finish on a high, what everyone is wanting to watch, which is a demo of our product that we implemented thus far. So, the first question on everyone's mind is, why use a blockchain solution instead of a regular system like REST API and architecture, stuff like that? The answer is quite simple. We discovered during our inquiries to people that one of the main issues and why don't people recycle is a lack of trust in the system and lack of trust of what's going on. Blockchain solves that problem and tackles it in a way that no other solution can tackle it. Everyone can see the data on the blockchain as long as they are on the channel. And with consensus protocols, everyone knows that other people aren't cheating, because when you are on a blockchain, you need everyone that's there verifies the operations because they are all automated. Basically, the blockchain is optimal for when you want a system and you don't trust anybody. The trust is made automatically and without needing third parties, which is great. This allows for transparency and immutability in the records. Nobody can change what goes on the blockchain. This all makes the records bulletproof and anti-corruption. The idea is the following. You know, I'm going to introduce you to my friend John. This is John. Hope everybody likes John. And what John needs to do is what we need to do is reward people like John that want to help the environment by giving meaningful rewards and better rewards for people who recycle the most and the better, and help them keep track of what's going on. So what we need to do is the following. We need to register households, we need to register bags, and then we need to register each bag with a certain household. And that association will be put on the blockchain so everyone can know what's going on and nobody can change, for example, the owners of the bags or the status of the bags. So you're all asking, how can John register the bags on blockchain? Quite easy and quite pain-free, which is something that is very important in today's society. John, will buy or receive a pack of bags, and each bag will have its own RFID scanner. There's a QR code on the package of bags that has information about all RFIDs that are on the package, and what John needs to do is quite simple. Just go into his app and scan the QR code, and that will automatically register each bag to John. So every single one of the bags in the lot will be associated to John on the blockchain in real time. So why RFID stickers and not, for example, QR codes or barcodes? Well, RFID is simply a better technology for what we want to achieve. It's quite small and it can be mass produced quite easily, which is very good in our situation. And it has very good properties when compared to QR codes. For example, it allows for multiple scanning at the same time. When you have QR codes, you have to manually do it one at a time, right? This is not a problem with RFIDs. A simple sensor can register up to hundreds of bags at the same time, which is great when you have trucks full of bags and bins full of bags and etc. It's very cheap and efficient because of what I just said. And of course, there's no need for direct line of sight, which kind of correlates to what I said previously. But when you have QR codes, if you have a post in the way, for example, you can scan it, right? That's not a problem with RFID. It functions differently, so you can even have this computer and the RFID here, and it will be able to scan. So what will happen in the collecting moment? The trucks will have RFID systems that have sensors, RFID readers, and when the bags are picked via manually or via the truck depositing it, the reader will contact the RFIDs and will read their ID, unique ID, and the information will be passed on the blockchain to collect it. So every single one of those bags is now collected in real time on the blockchain. What will happen in the screening? When bags get to screening, similar process to collector will happen. You have a reader, the reader will read each and every single one of the identifiers, and all of them will be put on the status in treatment. And finally, this is inside the screening. There will be people working with RFID kind of pistol systems where they can insert data about the contamination. What these people will do is precisely that. They will check the contamination and they will very quickly insert data about it. For example, the kilos of the bag and the material and of course the contamination rate. So we know how to reward people who better recycle. What about John? John just needs to sit back, relax, and watch his web and watch his mobile application where he's able to track where the trash is. He's able to be rewarded for recycling. His only job is basically scanning and go to the bag and deposit stuff properly and be good for the environment, basically. And with the points you will earn, you will be able to unlock experience. So what have we already done thus far? We already developed a mobile app that works on both iOS and Android. And in this mobile app, you'll be able to check your account and status, register bags, and track the process of the bags. As well as we implement very soon the capability to unlock prizes and rewards in-app. for the screening companies and municipalities, so they can have a hold of what's going on, we have developed a web app using Angular that basically shows the state of the system, the bags. They will be able to get data, important data from it, as well as manage their operations more efficiently. And finally, the nitty-gritty of our solution, which is, of course, the blockchain itself. We already have a fully functional network up and running on clouds, and we have a testing environment with the participants we want to have. So a city council, a waste collector company, and a screening company on the channel, and all consenting about operations. Why did we choose Hyperledger Fabric for this task? Well, first of all, and this is very important, it's supported by big names like IBM, Intel, and Amazon. This makes it a very popular solution with a very active and fruitful community. It has a modular architecture, like my colleague Tiago was saying in the pitch. It allows for very easily to change and adapt and add stuff to the system with very simple consequences. It does not rely on a cryptocurrency, which can be a very painful thing to do, actually have a value for the currency. It allows for different channels for different flows of operation. For example, the flow in Lisbon can be different from the flow in Leiria, and so there and so forth. And companies will be able to control their sensible data a bit more. And yeah, that makes Hyperledger the best solution because it's cheap and easy to scale for EU and worldwide even. So now it's showtime. This is time for the demo.
Can I? The demo?
This is our demo video. We have John, he's walking his dog and he's just wondering about thinking, how can I make this world better? So what he's going to do is make the best decision of his life, which is start using Waste to Block application. The first thing we will have to do is, of course, register because he's new. So we should. So John is now registered, and this information will be registered as well on the blockchain. John's account is basically on the blockchain, and we already have a way to know whose bag is it when he finally registers the bag, what John is doing now. It's going to register a couple of bags, and then we're going to see the bags going into the system in real time, and the app as well as the blockchain updating As you can see, already has a plastic bag. So both bags are already on the system and on blockchain, and as you can see, the mobile app updates in real time. As you can see, both bags are in the register section because John just registered, of course. Now he's going to deposit the bags, and the flow will continue as it should. So this is the web application for screening companies, where they are able to, for example, search for a certain bag or for bags from a certain user, and get a global state of the system. And in this screen, they are able to change the status, for example, to collect a treatment. But this can be done as well via sensors, which is the preferred way, of course. As you can see, they are changing the status to collected, and right when this happens, the blockchain will also be updated. So this bag will appear as collected, and if John opened the app, it will also naturally be collected in real time. This little section is updating the contamination status. He is entering a couple of data regarding the kilos and the contamination rate. This bag should give 1 point to John, since the material value is 1 point per kilo, and the bag is not contaminated. As you can see, you can do this. The changes remain as they were when the operator changed the status, and you are able to change more than one bag, of course. For example, he's going to change the other bag that John registered. So here is John in the next day or something like that, earning tons of points from his good recycling, which is amazing. And even his dog is happy. And now he can go to the museum, and with the points he just earned, over time, he can unlock the experiences. He's going to just quickly log in once again. And as you will be able to see, the home screen will be updated with the number of points, which is 1, which was the material value times the weight of the bag, and the mobile app still has 1 bag. And as you can see, he's going to quickly open the screening screen, and as you can see, the status of the bag, the whole history is available for John to check in a very simple and confined way. So yeah, this is Waste to Block, what we have done thus far. Thank you very much for your attention. And
Congratulations, of course, and I believe that the first question is the same as the other group. What was the most challenging step of the process of these 3 months?
So, definitely, like the other group was saying, and with very good reason, one of the biggest challenges we face is blockchain is such a new technology, such a hot topic, that everything is brand new, so we have to adapt with time and keep up to date with the current technology flow and market. So that's one of the biggest struggles we had. Also another big struggle is, in school everything is very theoretical, and you do projects that you are assigned, right? And this we had to come up with ideas and go out there in the field, study what people want, what people need, and that was also a very big change of panorama.
Yeah, and build it from scratch.
And
so
of course,
to have the idea and to make it run and work. I don't know if there is any question. I believe, Jan, do you have? Can you move forward so that the people from home can see you? I think there is another mic, otherwise you can use this one.
Again, congratulations, guys. A really great presentation. Very good end to a big and very interesting project. Again, another team that's come a long way, and it's great to see. So, I guess I have a 2-part question, a blockchain side and a not blockchain side. What made you decide to go for the win, as you throw winning prizes as opposed to paying people? And then how does that fit with your blockchain? Is that part of the blockchain, the system for drawing winners or anything like that?
I think the winners you throw maybe flip. That's what you want to explain.
I can explain.
So we decided, we have read many papers and we did our research. As we cited, win as you throw is actually the best option. As various studies concluded that the carrot approach was much more efficient than the stick approach. It was tested in Singapore, it was tested here in Europe, and it was proved that the recycling rates and the recycling quality of the materials would be more than double the quality that if we try to give fines to people. So even if it's a monetary reward or if it's a more intrinsic reward, the feeling of effectively helping the environment is a much better way to incentivize people than to do like a save as you throw, like you have to pay and then you retire something. If we reduce the pains that the consumer has, we can incentivize much better the solution.
The other part was why.
And how does that fit with the blockchain? Does that happen on the blockchain?
Yeah, that absolutely happens on the blockchain. Both rewards and as well as the redemption will be on the blockchain, so they are basically auditable by the participants. So we can know that way that nobody is like rigging the reward or something weird like that. That fits with the blockchain because it's a very good way to reward people and let the world know basically what is happening in a very trustful and transparent way. I think that's it.
Very good. Thank you.
Paul, any comment from this group? And if from home there is someone that wants to make a question, now it's the time. Use chat to make the questions, please.
What you learning more in this summer? What the difference when you starting it today? What you see different in the city, for example?
The waste management is a very unique market. It's not known by a lot of people, and it has a lot of unique characteristics that we were able to learn, and it was very cool to understand that. But if we started from the beginning, I believe we would always jump to try to build a comfortable solution, because on the beginning we try to build several different things, but the truth is that if people don't recycle nowadays, if you add more steps on the process, how will that increase the recycling? So if we started from scratch to build the most comfortable solution ever, that would save us a lot of time.
That's important.
Okay, thank you very much. So congratulations. There is any question from home? No? So thank you very much once again. So we are coming close to the end, and we are now going to present to Scott Matthews. Let me see if I manage this. Yes, I will. Let me just manage the several screens I have in the computer. So it's now. So we have with us Scott Matthews from Carnegie Mellon University. He's a recorded message because we have a slight time difference, but he has something to share with us. So, sound. This is the advantage of having a recorded message, because we can start all over again. Can I? So, take two.
I'm Scott Matthews, and I would like to thank the organizers for giving me a small amount of time to talk with you today. I'm an economist and a professor of civil and environmental engineering at Carnegie Mellon University in the United States. I'm also affiliated with the Green Design Institute at Carnegie Mellon, which seeks to conduct, foster, and promote research pertaining to infrastructure and systems growth in the developing world. While adequate infrastructure is a key building block in elevating quality of life and social welfare, it is critical to pursue a balanced development path cognizant of both the returns to investment in systems and the associated environmental and human impacts. Broadly, research at the Green Design Institute seeks to find this balance. As you all know from being part of the B2Waste Crypto Summer Program, the ideas of blockchain and cryptocurrency are key emerging technologies. And at CMU, where I work, we have many faculty and students, I should say, interested in the concepts of blockchain, cryptocurrency, as well as topics such as artificial intelligence and machine learning. But not all of these faculty are interested in these technologies in order to improve society. Many are just trying to do things like help internet companies sell more ads or improve targeting algorithms or things like that. But there are many other socially beneficial applications of these technologies. Of course, one that you know about well is those associated with B2Waste. But let me just motivate your thoughts towards several other ways in which blockchain and cryptocurrency research might be done in cooperation with companies or agencies that are trying to improve our society or our world. Personally, I've spent much of my career in environmental systems analysis, doing work in methods such as carbon footprinting or life cycle assessment of products and systems and services. Such as carbon footprinting or life cycle assessment of products and systems and services. These involve collecting lots of data and piecing them together at the end retrospectively. In the past 5 years, though, I've changed much of my work towards the passenger vehicle transportation sector. Yet both my old and new areas of work are ripe for application of these new emerging methods. For example, in the future, as companies aim to meet the Sustainable Development Goals set forth by the United Nations and other groups, suppliers and customers will need much more information about the supply chains of their products, as well as the impacts of production across the various parts of the supply chain. Information related to those upstream environmental impacts will be critical, and it will need to be safe and correct. And by example, what I mean are how much energy was used in various parts of the manufacturing process at different factories at different times of day, how were products shipped via which methods, air, ground, etc., using which types of vehicles, etc. By aggregating all of that information, you can come up with a very comprehensive and specific environmental profile of a product. And technologies like those that you've been working on are ideal for doing things like that. These technologies could, for example, specify the amount of resources consumed in creating a specific iPhone with values specific for every phone, not just average across all phones, which is how we mostly do it today. Likewise, in the other sector that I said I've been growing to be interested in the transportation sector, information on the maintenance and management of vehicles, for example, through required safety and emissions inspections that happen every year, as well as the usage of vehicles as possible. These could be part of other smart city objectives that are trying to leverage the great potential and applications of these emerging technologies. And both of these are areas that I and my colleagues at CMU are very interested in. Of course, we're also interested in better informing the life cycle of waste, such as via partnerships with B2Waste, and we're grateful to FCT for its support of our project in the CMU Portugal program that is just beginning. But rather than a silver bullet that solves a broad and overhyped multitude of policy and business problems, blockchain and DLT are only as useful as the needs they address and the governance conditions within which the technologies will be deployed. One possible example includes industry research into the use of blockchain technologies for intelligent transport systems in smart cities. For example, tracking communication to improve traffic management in networks, or the creation of usage-based infrastructure regimes that charge vehicle insurance premiums based on their regularity and style of use. In addition to that, we're also interested in things like charging by the mile instead of charging by volume of fuel consumed. We are running out of money in the United States in our transportation funds, partly because we have been reluctant to increase gas taxes for about 20 years. And we need to switch, given more fuel-efficient vehicles, to a system that is largely tied to how much fuel we buy. And an increasingly complex and interconnected digital landscape likely requires new approaches for robust data storage and cryptography. Organizations ranging from small businesses to government agencies to multinational research administrations need to identify ways to better protect and store data from sophisticated and involving cyber thieves, as well as those who would seek to violate data privacy rights in areas ranging from medicine to finance to industrial operations. Blockchain and distributed ledger technologies serve as one technological solution to this problem through a mixture of consensus-driven validation, cryptography, and records of information exchanges and transactions. However, what distributed ledgers and blockchain can't do is address an array of problems across the various potential stakeholders in government, industry, and civil society. The creation and implementation of these technologies is dependent upon how institutions secure access to the blockchain and other technical considerations such as computing power to store and process the data, as well as the significant electricity requirements to power those systems, and frequent long delays for transaction processing. Learning from the example of other emerging technologies, the unique political and institutional environments that hospitals, agencies, finance firms, and other large and small organizations operate within ultimately bounds the organization's ability to develop, implement, and manage new technologies and programs. So overall, I believe these technologies have a very large potential to help improve processes and information management in the public and private sectors, and we will need many more people like you to help with this transition. In closing, I just want to congratulate all of you involved with the B2A summer program for all of the hard work and efforts and exciting work you've been doing, and hope that you all continue to focus on work that has beneficial social applications of these technologies. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Scott Matthews, for this last words, and also the challenge and the opportunities that we face. I invited our Dean, Pedro Saraiva, just to make a final comment before we end this session. Pedro,
okay.
Since you have been
trying
a lot of
to
experience
follow
in innovation.
as much as possible, so shall I do it in English or Portuguese, or it doesn't matter? So I'll keep it in English. So I was really very well impressed for what you have achieved in such a short period of time. And the other thing which is remarkable is that the two teams seem to be converging to a similar idea, which means that it's really a very powerful one. So I hope this will become more than just a summer course teaching exercise and learning experience, which is good by anyways, but I think there may be room for launching it and see how it goes, because I will buy the solution. So how many of you will buy the solution? I'm just doing a market survey. Well, you are a biased sample, but anyway, so who will not buy the solution? So apparently I have nothing to lose, right? And lots of things to gain, and gamification is very appealing, and all the social good associated with it. So this may be actually the beginning of something quite interesting for Compta to further take into consideration. So maybe 1 year from now we'll see things on the field working, and we can just get together again without masks, desirably, and celebrate the end of the pandemic together with a new solution that was born in this summer course. So many congratulations. It was really outstanding, though you were able to come up with wonderful solutions, and not just theoretical solutions, but very practical prototypes. So which means that it can be done in a very short period of time, provided you have the right learning context. So for us, this is also a proof of concept, which will have more and more similar learning experiences going on here at Nova MS, because it pays off in the end. So congratulations to all of you. Thanks once again for all of our partners. And now I'll handle the floor to Miguel.
Thank you very much. So now is the moment that we close the online session. And thank you very much for attending. I hope you enjoyed this inspiring presentation of Bit2Bin and Waste to Block. We look forward to see what is going to happen next. And keep safe, and we shall meet once again. Paul, it's it?
I think it's finished.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.